Okay. Uh, this is an interview with Andres Tovar. What are you working on right now?
I'm where am I working at the University of Purdue in Indianapolis, and I'm working for the Department of Mechanical Engineering. And my area of research is optimum design of structures.
Okay. I've heard you work with robotics. What do you have your PhD in? How does that affect your work?
My PhD is in design in mechanical engineering.
Okay. Where did you graduate from?
Well, I did my undergraduate in Colombia at the National University. Then I did a master's there in industrial automation. And then I did a master's and a PhD in aerospace and mechanical engineering at the University of Notre Dame in Indiana.
Okay. And what's the most important thing you have accomplished in your research?
I have developed a very efficient algorithm to design structures to protect vehicles from crashes and blast loads. So I've used that methodology to design better components, and I've been working with Honda, Research and Development Americas, and AM General, and U.S. Army Target to test that this technique really works. And yeah, it's been implemented, and yeah, I think we are making safer vehicles.
Okay. Uh, and what roles do you play in the contribution to science? And what areas do you work? Is this just robotics?
Now, actually, I do not work on robotics. My area is design. I do design optimization in particular, and I develop efficient algorithms to design to make better designs.
So you work with math mostly.
And yeah, my area is very mathematical and numerical. So I have to develop mathematical rules for the designs, and I also have to implement those rules in a computer. So
Right.
I deal with both mathematical analysis and numerical implementation.
Right. You work much with physics?
Yeah, and I have to understand what are the physics in a crash event between two vehicles, for example, or what are the physics involved in a fluid flow, in a fluid structure interaction after blast loading. So I need to know what happens with the structure and what happens with the vehicle. And having understood that, then I have to come up with rules to make better designs, and and I make the numeric implementation of all that. So I do combine physics, and I do combine mathematical analysis and numerical implementation. Numerical meaning computer and software.
Okay. And what inspired you to get on this career path?
Um, well, I I wanted to be an inventor. That's what I wanted to be from a very early age. And I like toys, and I wanted to invent something like toys. That's why when it came to decide which career path to follow, that's why I went with mechanical engineering because I wanted to understand what are the physics behind motion and dynamics, and I thought that I always felt an attraction for mechanisms, so that's why I did my undergrad in mechanical engineering. And then I understood that there were design problems. if I wanted to be a designer and I wanted to be an inventor, then I had to understand more about design methodology. So that's the reason I decided to do a PhD in design in aerospace and mechanical engineering. And yeah, that's the reason why I followed this path.
Okay. And do you work with anyone or is it just you?
I do collaborate with several researchers, most of them in the United States. So I have collaborators from the University of Notre Dame, where I studied. I have collaborators in Purdue University, West Lafayette, which is my university, but is a bigger campus. Also, the University of Washington in Seattle, um, and I have collaborators outside the country in Colombia, the National University of Colombia, and in Brazil, I have collaborators as well. Some of my former master's students are doing their PhD in Brazil, so I collaborating with the uh, Federal University in Rio de Janeiro. Yeah, so I do have collaborators, and that's that's how science is made. It's it's due to collaboration and multidisciplinary effort. So yeah, I do have collaborators.
Okay. I should start wrapping this up.
Okay.
What do you hope to accomplish? Last question. What's your goal? What else do you want to accomplish?
Well, I like the area in which I'm working. I like to be able to design safer vehicles. Um, I want to make a larger contribution in the area of energy. So work in energy efficient vehicles and um, I mean I have many interests. I I feel like I'm just starting my career right now. If I have to say one single phrase, I just want to make an important contribution to science and technology. And the areas would be maybe energy and yeah, vehicle safety.
Okay. Thank you for your time. I think that's it.
Okay, one.
Okay. Ciao.
Bye.
Nice to meet you. Gracias.